let's make this delicious, nutritious tomato tart with puff pastry. I learned how to make puff pastry in culinary school, but it's kind of messy and long, and why? Who has time for that? Not me. When you can buy store-bought puff pastry. And the cool thing is they take the eggs and dairy out most of the time in the frozen store-bought puff pastries to make it more shelf-stable. They don't advertise that way because they want people to think it's buttery and rich, leaving us with a plant-based product by default. This is Pepperidge Farms. Check your labels and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. So let's dive in. Here are the ingredients to this tomato tart. Nutritious. Cut a 1/2-inch border around the tart, but don't go all the way through. This is gonna create a nice crust. I love how easy this tart is, and it's very impressive. It really looks a lot harder than it is. And it tastes divine. Fork it. This is gonna create little holes and make a nice flat platform for our tomatoes and feta. Vegan cheese has come a long way in the last 5 years. So if you tried it a long time ago and didn't like it, try it again. There's some great browns, Violife being one of them. This feta is creamy, smooth, it crumbles, it tastes like feta. It also sort of has a spreading consistency as well, like goat cheese. Add the lemon zest, squeeze of a lemon, add the basil, add the chives, salt and pepper, and the shallots. Mix that together. Divine. Cut off their heads, just like that. Thinly cut the tomato, making the slices as even as possible. Wow. Look at that stunning heirloom tomato. It's an heirloom. Put them on a paper towel because we want to suck up as much moisture out of them as possible so we don't get a soggy tart. Salt and pepper both sides and set your oven to 350. Spreading out that plant-based feta right into the corners. Saving the really beautiful pieces for on top. Drizzling it with olive oil. Popping it into a preheated oven at 350 for 30 minutes. Rotating it halfway through so it cooks evenly. See you soon. Turned out beautiful. Some chives. That contrast, that pop of green is always really pretty and fresh. Some of the chopped up basil. Right before you're ready to serve, drizzle some balsamic reduction and finishing it off with some edible flowers. Look how flaky and buttery and delicious that is. Delicious and nutritious tomato tart.